Hi, Mike, and welcome to the Free to Live project with Mike. Today, I'd like to talk about how we perceive the world and how we see the world through our own lenses. I do some motivational speaking, and I have a talk called Your Whole Life Prepared You for This One Moment. And it's when two people meet, and one person has 25 years and the other person has 50 years of life. And these 75 years of life meet each other for the first time, and how it's prepared you for that exact moment, that moment where you're going to meet somebody else. And you're going to have thousands of relationships, not those kind, but you're going to have thousands of relationships with people. The person at the gas station, or as South Africa we call it, the petrol station, the person at the checkout, a security guard. And every time you meet that human being, you have a chance to have an impact on them, and they have a chance to have an impact on you too. We are so uniquely and beautifully built. We have this conscious mind and unconscious mind, and you know, every experience that you've ever had is stored in your unconscious mind, and it's been there and it'll stay there forever. Um, Everything you've seen, touched, tasted, smelt, everything you have felt emotionally, physically, everything that you thought from the time you were born is stored in your unconscious mind and is there as a form of reference against the experience that you're having right now. So I want you to imagine that we have a set of lenses, which are our beliefs and our values. So if I take my glasses off, these lenses are made just for me. If I ask somebody else to wear these glasses, they simply say they can't see, and I put them on and say, well, I can. You see, these lenses are made just for my eyes, and nobody else can see through them. Look, there's a one in a, I suppose, 100,000 chance that somebody would be able to see through my glasses, but I'm not quite sure if they would be able to. So we have a set of lenses which have been built up over a lifetime. These are our beliefs, our beliefs about ourselves. These are our values, the things that we live our lives by, like honesty and sincerity and faithfulness and trustworthiness. Hard work is a value. Um, Respect is a value. Dignity is a value, and affording another person dignity too is like one of the best things you can afford another human being. Trust, as I said, is one of the hardest ones because, quite simply, when somebody breaks your trust, it's very hard to get back again. But we also have our beliefs, our values. We have our experiences, and every experience we ever had, we compare with every experience that we've ever had. So you walk in somewhere and you see someone and you experience that person, but you experience them the way through your own lenses, your perceptions. I'm a biker, and so when I'm wearing my club colors, I get perceived differently through other people's lenses as compared to when I'm doing motivational speaking or when I'm doing corporate facilitation, or when I'm simply in a Zoom meeting. People perceive us differently through their own lenses based on their own experiences. And we do exactly the same. We have these set of lenses through which we look at the world. And every experience we ever have, we compare it against every experience we ever had. And that's a whole lifetime of experience. So, Anais Nin says that we don't see things the way they are, we see things the way we are. Now, that's quite a tough order because there's a world around us that we're perceiving through our own eyes, through our own values, our own beliefs, our own experiences. And it's illogical to believe that another person is going to see through the same lenses that we've had, that have been built up over a lifetime of learning and experience. It's wonderful when they do. I want you to think about a relationship. Once two people fall in love, that lens, we look at the world through that same kind of lens. But it takes some work to keep polishing that lens. to keep it moving, to see the world the way that the way that they may possibly see it through the lens of love. And that's where many relationships fall apart, because people don't spend time polishing those lenses or making sure that they're in sync with each other. We just don't see the world the same way anymore. Why? Because you're not working on the same lenses. At work, you're going to come across some very difficult people. They just don't see the world the way that you do. But that's okay. But we've all been in work environments where we build friendships with people. And one of the reasons why we build friendships with people in the work environment is simply because they share something very deep. It's not just because you have the same interests. They share the same values that we do. And we tend to rotate towards people who have the same values as us. We also have spiritual lenses. We can go through incredibly difficult times. And if our relationship with our God or our higher power is good, we are able to perceive it differently, and we are able to respond differently to the situation too. So we have all these lenses. We have emotional lenses, value lenses, belief lenses, spiritual lenses. And that's where sometimes judgment comes in, because the way that we perceive another person is being filtered through our own lens. And that lens may be faulty based on our past experience. Or it also, that's where our sixth sense comes in as well, because we're able to judge whether this is going against something within ourselves. We've all met that person. We meet them, and we find it difficult to connect with them, or we just don't connect with them at a spiritual level, an emotional level, a physical level. There's some people who just get their hair to rise on the back of our necks, and that's based on our past experience as well. But judgment can be a very painful thing too, because we can prejudge people. As I said earlier, I'm a biker, and often seriously prejudged based on the fact that I have a patch on my back. And I'm a biker, and some people see every biker as a gangster. And I don't think I'm a gangster. We also have a set of lenses we turn towards ourselves as well, our own self-perception. And that's also based on our own judgment, our own beliefs, our own values. I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. All of those things and we then look at the world through those same lenses. And sometimes we can become victims. It's said there's no such thing as reality, there's only perception. And sometimes we need to sit back and say, is this my world, or is this reality? And that's where we have this wonderful choice to be able to engage with the world differently in an exciting and wonderful way. We also have the ability to laugh at ourselves. We can laugh sometimes, and where our judgment has been completely wrong. There are going to be people in our lives that we're just not going to like, but we treat them with respect. I'm not called to like everybody. Not everybody's called to like me. If they don't like me, quite honestly, that's not my side of the street. And if they don't like me, that's their side of the street. I'll keep my side of the street clean as best as I can. So today, have a look at the way that you're looking at the world. Are you looking at it through skewed lenses? Are you looking at it through lenses of grief? Are you looking at it through lenses? And we do have all these lenses too, of grief and of happiness. And that can shade everything in the world around us. Just look at the lenses that you're looking at the world with and ask, is this reality or just my perception? Is it something I need to work on? Is it something that I need to work on within myself to create a new, better reality that'll help me to better cope with the world today? So it's been good being with you. And I'm Mike, and this is the Free to Live Project with Mike. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and comment. We'd love you to do so. We'll see you next time.